Hey, my beautiful peeps, locking down the truth with Marci Lock. So, I am, of course, committed to awesomeness. We all know this. I love to live in awesomeness. It's just what I'm worthy of, and you are too. And I was kind of laughing this morning because I heard my little boy, Gavin, as he was getting ready for school, he's just like, you know, singing, like, I'm on this whole other level of my house and he's in the bottom level, and I just hear him like singing like, I am awesome, we're so awesome, today's gonna be so awesome. And I kind of chuckled because I thought about how last night I was actually going on my own little personal date night and going to hot yoga, and I decided to try to, you know, take some back roads to get to where I wanted to go that I thought would avoid traffic. And I didn't know where I was going, and it's like taking me all over, and I thought I was gonna, you know, get there even faster. I was like, so I was singing to myself. I was like, what an adventure. This is such an adventure. I love adventure. Everything works out for me. And I was just like, you know, singing and being happy. And it kind of made me chuckle because I realized that this is one of the things I chose to do to shift the way that my mind focused on the things and experienced things. So one of the memories is like when I started telling myself that everything worked out perfectly, because I used to only see the weeds and not the roses. And I started telling myself that everything worked out perfectly and there's abundance of time and all these things, that when shit would show up, I'd have to choose to see it out of the right perception. And so instead of being like, again, if I'm driving and I'm like, you know, in a hurry where I was to get to this hot yoga class, and I end up going on all these different roads that are not taking me out where I was hoping that they'd take me out. And again, if I'm like, oh, damn it, fuck, oh no, time. What I'm exuding is there's not enough time, I'm frustrated, shit happens, life doesn't work for me, and I'm lack scarcity, because you're either in two energies, fear or faith. And instead, I'm like, oh, well, I'm so glad everything always works out for me, and this is a fun adventure. And so, of course, I'm choosing that perception, and everything does work out for me. So even though when something shows up that doesn't seem like it's working out for you, what's the truth? When you just know, like, well, like, so if you get delayed, and if I miss my class, I'm like, oh, well, it always works out. What else do I want to do? What else do I want to try? Or, you know, there's always a reason. I don't see things as like, oh no, like why put any focus or effort or energy towards what you don't want? It is what it is. Like what's right about it, and what do you get out of it, and what do you want to create now? And so it just kind of made me chuckle that here was this way, because Gavin was the same way. He was like totally kind of a negative child, like saw life as you know, not good. And he's continued to shift his perception to now where he's just this bubbly, you know, chooser of awesomeness and sees things out of awesomeness. And so it's like, who do you really want to be? Do you want to be someone who's like spewing on negativity on other people? Because it's like, that's just not fun. That's just not nice. Or do you want to be someone who like makes people smile and happy and uplifts people? So, and you know, the other day, my oldest and I were going on a date night. And we were so happy and laughing and having a good time. We go through this line in the store, and this guy was like, wow, how are you guys so happy? And I was like, because we choose to be. And it's like influenced him. He's like, wow, this, you know, I realized like I should just be sitting here smiling, and I could be influencing people coming through line. And yeah, do you want to create value for people every day, or you want to be the person who's focused on the shit? And it starts by you choosing every perception you have, every perception and every experience. So, you know, whatever shows up in front of you, don't look for the bad, look for the good. And if something shitty is in front of you, like, oh, I'm so grateful that and you look for the good. Putting attention towards the bad just means you get to create more of the bad. So life is literally your experience. It's your choice, whatever you want to experience. From if it's a moment of time when you're working out, when you're going from blah to fit, right? It's like, I'm strong every day. I got this, bitch. Like breathe, I'm balanced. And like taking it a moment at a time with your mind to create you taking that inch, that step, a day at a time. It compounds, compounding interest, compound effect, compounding to get to the result that you want. But most people fuck themselves over because in the moment they choose to look at the shit instead of the gift. So look for the gifts. Life's so fucking awesome. Committed to awesomeness. Love you guys. Lock it down.